to the road, and there's like a club, like it's a low-key club, like right next. And sometimes, lovers will have tips or something. So the other day, I was in the bathroom. I just woken up to go to the bathroom around like 1, 2 a.m. And somebody is just outside there crying to this man. And I just, through my bathroom window, I was just like, hey, he's not the one, okay? The one will not have you screaming at 2 a.m., waking up children. And then I said, yeah, I've done my part. So please, achaneni na watu, achana na yeye. Trust me, work on yourself and the right person will find you. That's all I'm going to say. That is all I will say. Any last sentiments for Georgina?
I think that's a wrap, girl.
Ooh,
What's going on? What else
Jesus.
is going on?
Let's go on to our next story, which is our girl Eve Mungai having a clapback for Goat wife, Mrs. Sara Kabu. Now, y'all remember like a few, like last week,
Yeah.
she was out here saying cheating should not be a reason that you leave a relationship. If you're not being hurt, if you're not being injured, unavumilia. Wanaume hawachangwi because of cheating. And I'm just like, girl, what is this backward thinking? And I think even last week we even said, like, women in that generation have that headspace of, I will push through, I will persevere, I will
They've
pray
been
for my
socialized
family.
into believing that,
Like
yeah.
cheating is not a big deal. But when you look at their lives, you actually realize it is a big deal, girl.
Your life is in
You've been in
shambles.
church from Monday to Sunday because this man was making
Fasting
your
and
home
praying.
uninhabitable. You have been, you know, passive aggressively talking about your husband to your children, which is not healthy.
It's not.
You have been telling your children how men are useless. That's not healthy.
It's not.
Simply because you did not leave him when he cheated on you. You've been taking out all of this anger and all of this resentment on everybody but the person is supposed to take it out of. So when you look at it, yeah, you didn't leave him. Yeah, it wasn't a big deal to you, but you took it out on everybody else but the person you were supposed to confront. And that's why sometimes you find people in their old age, they're like mortal enemies, but they're still together because it works. It works for you guys, but nobody else wants to be around you because
Work
it
is
is so
subjective.
toxic. Exactly. How is it working, yo, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, if Mungari was like, that's a thing of the past. We're not doing that anymore. And she actually said she has had the same experience with her mother. And she said, mamangu pia alikuwa ukimwambia relationship imeenda hivi hivi, anakwambia vumilia tu kidogo, try utulie. But nowadays I have empowered her and at least she knows it's not about that. And that one should be in a happy marriage. And it is true. There's absolutely no price that you get for being the person who humiliated the most. Trust me. Always put yourself first. Because as you're humiliating, as you're praying and fasting and going to Katoloni to pray for your marriage, your husband is enjoying himself. He is having the time of his life. He is going out today with Wanjiro and tomorrow with Waiderero and the next day with Akinyi and then coming home to bring you diseases, And even up to now, they're like aunties I am so resentful of because of that image they used to portray. Like, I'm in a happy marriage, I will always stick beside him. Well, the husband doesn't care about anything. Very prayerful aunties who are now living with HIV/AIDS simply because they did not leave this man. And this man is still enjoying his life. And now she has HIV/AIDS, and on top of that, she's still praying for her family. And I'm just like, girl, you could have left this man. So I think the sentiment here is there's no prize. There's no prize for you saving a hoe. If it's not working, it is not working. And don't be so afraid of leaving somebody. There's absolutely no discrimination in living your life right now. People are so empowered. People are like, yeah, let's do it. You want to be a single mom? Let's do it. It's going to be difficult. There's going to be co-parenting involved, but do it if it makes you happy. But kuvumilia, it's just too much. Sara Kabu, stop advising people to vumilia toxicity.
Yeah, and I think polygamy as well. It's one of those things where people keep saying, "Oh, men are polygamous by nature."
By
Child,
nature.
ain't nobody nature, and ain't nothing natural about that. It's a choice. You make a choice every day. You wake up and you're like, "I choose to find a new wife." That's a choice, baby. That's nobody forced you. Nobody naturally corroborated that story except you. Your monkeys in your mind And unfortunately, the people who have to live with your polygamy now. Anyway, I believe 100% that socialized or cultured into believing men are the prize is part of the problem. Socialized and cultured into believing that somehow women are supposed to be the sacrificial lambs in every relationship and concede in every fight and somehow throw their hands every time a huge issue comes along is the way to go. That's stuff in the past. I agree with Eve Mungai 100%. Now moving on to Demo Facebook.